religious backgrounds that they were brought into, and then, of course, became Baba's children. When I listened to some of what is going to be shown to the world, and I was so moved. Each one I heard, I really wanted to hear the next, and I wanted to hear the next. It was building inside of me what I called a wave. And a few years ago, I started this thing that, we need to be looking at the new wave of service. We need to see how we can help support this new wave of service, and especially the new wave of service on the world stage. And so, how can we look for souls who can think globally, who, when they think, they're actually doing that mansa seva, serving the whole world, but at the same time, they can do so from their local centers, from their local cities, from the places where they are locally grounded on that local ground, but really rising up in a way that they could serve the whole world. And I looked at different aspects, because I remember when I started service, I was in my early 20s. And then I came to New York. I was about 25 years old. And Baba, of course, then got affiliated to the United Nations. And I happened to be the one who actually, along with a few others, really got that going. We initiated this whole thing of becoming affiliated to the UN. And then when we started at the UN, by default, I was asked to be the representative. And at 25 years old, I mean, walking into the UN as my first proper field of service, I felt, as I placed my feet onto the ground of the UN, literally, I felt what it meant to have the earth moved under my feet. And I felt it. I felt the earth move under my feet, because one of the things about the grounds of the UN, it is international territory. It doesn't belong to any one government. The Rockefellers donated it to the United Nations for their headquarters, and that land became international property. So you don't even have the US police people there. What you have is the UN, their Peace Corps taking care of the security at the UN. And so it was an amazing thing for me. And I was as young as any of you participating in this beautiful initiative. And I felt that, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Am I spiritual enough? Am I this? And all the kind of questions came. But then I saw the support of the daddies, and they were saying to me, no, you stay there and we will support you. And then the years rolled by, and now I could say I'm approaching that age in which the daddies told me, when they were that age, telling me that I will support you. You stand on this world stage, and you stand on the world as international territory, and break out of the barriers and the borders and the national boundaries that human beings have created, and just stand on this world stage and serve. And one of my profound experiences of being with you in the process of yogis linking living lights is that all of you are doing that. You are standing on the world stage. And with, of course, I'm describing it as a fire. When each flame comes together, it creates a fire. But equally, each one of you is like the new wave of service. And you're standing on the international territory of Mother Earth. And you are creating this huge tsunami wave of service. And through this, I think you can have I know you will have a very, very major impact on what it means when Baba says, come onto the world stage and serve through the experience of what you have taken from Baba. Serve to prove that when one goes beyond sound, and when one goes beyond all the things that divide, and when we go into what we call the subtle regions, or what we would call that region of light and might, and we serve from that region with Bapdada, then we are serving from a silence that radiates the Sakash. And so our words will be touching hearts. Those words that you spoke through your reflections and meditations and music and creativity will be touching hearts in a way that hearts haven't been touched in a long time. And that is, you are touching hearts with Baba's love. People are so much in despair and grief, and there's so much in anxiety and fear. And this, I think, is coming at a time when you will be touching the hearts and raising those hearts up high so that they could receive Baba's love in very profound ways. And I think this is the new wave of service. This is the wave that Baba says will be the way to serve at the end. So you are actually launching the way to serve at the end times of the yajna. And so with those words, thank you from my heart. I love each and every one of you. And I know Baba loves you more, multi-million times more than any one individual could express that love for you. But you have awakened in my heart a kind of love that I know is the kind of love that others are waiting to receive from you. And so I will now read to you Baba's message that was sent for all of you and all the youths of the world through Shashiben. And she says, after offering bhog to Baba on the day of the Satguru, I shared with Baba loving remembrances on behalf of the International Youth Forum and news of the film project that the youth from foreign lands are engaged in for International Yoga Day. Baba smiled and said, the youth have always been creative and have served to bring others closer to the Father. The youth now especially have to become samples for others to have experiences that make them realize that it is only the one Father who can enable all of this to happen. Continue to share with others from the basis of your experiences so that they come closer to Baba, and keep the elevated aim of creating a worthy life. Baba then gave special remembrances to Sister Gayatri, Sister Gopi, and the main instruments of the youth group. The Father is happy that through these new types of projects, you have the aim of bringing souls closer and of glorifying the Father. Just pay attention that you have to first become an example to inspire others. According to the time, souls are searching for this. So become an example and help them realize that it can be no one but God carrying out this task. Baba's right hands, the special jewels, are already engaged in this task. But the youth, and this is what is so special, but the youth can be very active in carrying this task forward. So even though they're the seniors working on the task anyway, it is you who will move it forward because you have that vitality. You have that pure vitality to do this. Baba was smiling very sweetly and further said, the entire globe will receive the message through this project. Meditation is very important for one's life. However, show them practical examples so that they can accumulate experiences. Whatever is being done is good, and to enable, to make it, and to make it even better, enable others to have experiences. And then, of course, Baba sent lots of love to each one of you. And I want you to picture this. I want you to visualize this when we will eventually go into our bhati. And that is that when Bap Dada used to come, of course, when Sakar Baba, Brahma Baba was there, and the children would go to Baba, Baba would take them into his lap to show how much he appreciated the efforts that they made, both at a personal level and for service. And he would literally take them into his lap. And I'm sure Sister Meera, I don't know if Sister Meera had this experience, because I know she did meet Brahma Baba. And then after Sakar Baba left, then we had Abyak Bap Dada. And of course, he would come into Dadi Gulzar's body. And that is where my experiences lie. And whenever, you know, something was done that had novelty to it, and something that was done that brought newness, Baba, especially if the target, the aim of it was to glorify him, Baba again would give us this long drishti and give us a hug and give us, spoke to us individually to tell us how much we have done and what our specialties were. And then we would feel merged and melted in his love. And today, Baba is in the, in the angelic region. He's in the Avyak form, so he's still there with his living presence. His presence lives on. And so I want you to also picture yourself being with Baba in the Sattva region after hearing that message, and Baba embracing each and every one of you, giving you his long, long drishti, and you can receive that love falling from his eyes into your heart. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Gayatri Ben. Thank you so much for that heartfelt and very moving, I won't say tribute, but sharing. I think everyone who's listening must be experiencing the love that you're feeling in your heart right now. Today, we especially are going to gather here behind me. There's a very special place called the Tower of Peace, which we're going to meet around today and become inspired, especially with the vision that Gayatri Ben has left us with, of Baba showering his light and love on us. And to take this opportunity to just really go into that silence and generate those pure vibrations for the world. And before we step into the yoga in a few minutes with Baba's message, another Baba's message, very special for the youth, that over the years, even if all of you, many of you have had the chance to meet the daddies through the December meetings, some of you perhaps not, but know one thing, that Baba has always remembered all of you. Baba has always had a special place for the youth, for the children. And I would especially like, before the Bhatti begins in a few minutes, to invite Meera to share some inspirations and blessings. This is one of the elders who has been a champion of the youth for decades. It's been brilliant to work with Meera. She's been a wonderful teacher and also a student and an incredible learner. When she found out about this program and event, she immediately called me and said, "This is brilliant. I want to join the Bhatti with all the youth." And there's very few seniors I know that have the kind of enthusiasm Meera has. So Meera, we would love to hear a couple of minutes of inspirations and blessings from you before we begin. Over to you.
Om Shanti and good evening to everyone. I am very much delighted to be part of this program, Youth the Linking Living Lights, to celebrate the 6th year of the International Day of Yoga. And first of all, I would like to extend Many congratulations to Sister Gopi and Sister Gayatri, who have been the instrument to organize this program. And also, I would like to congratulate the youths, young adults around the world who have taken the initiative to be part of this wonderful program, especially in a very auspicious, memorable place, Tower of Peace in Madhuban. What a wonderful place. You know, whenever I think about Tower of Peace, I feel like I am in the subtle region already. And I feel like the Tower of Peace is like Baba standing there with his arms open, calling children, come, come. So you can hear that sweet voice of Baba calling you. And all that I need to do is to just take his drishti and get lost in his arms and enjoy that deep, deep love and power from Baba. And I'm sure the sparkling souls, all of you, the sparkling lights, the hope of Baba, the lights of hope, your light that sparkling will definitely become an instrument to guide all souls in the world towards their destination. And I must say that I have loved working with the youth ever since the youth program began, together with the children. And I'm really proud today to see the progress the youths have made over the years. And I'm sure, you know, Dadi's blessings, Dadi's vision, Baba's vision on you will definitely make you to take the initiative to fulfill Bab Dada's wishes and desires. And I wish all of you in advance congratulations for the work that is ahead of you to glorify Baba's name in the world. And once again, it's really a great pleasure for me to be part of this Bhatti, especially near the Tower of Peace. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Thank you very, very much, Miraben. Really, really appreciated you being part of this and sharing that beautiful bhavna. Now, before we turn over and we join the Tower of Peace, I'm going to just close my video for a moment while I adjust the camera. And then as we start the Tower of Peace meditation, I will be reading out one of Baba's most special Bhog messages for all of the youth children. And so we will have this meditation together till 5:15, because it will include, it's now 4:20 in the afternoon, we will have the unified yoga bhatti together. So please do stay on with us until the very end of the unified yoga bhatti. And please enjoy your precious, precious time. Welcome home to Madhuban. I know many of you are in your own places, but this initiative was done so that you could feel the vibrations of Madhuban, the purity of this place, and just let yourself come home. So give me a second, and I'm going to turn this round and start. So whilst giving sweet drishti, Baba asked that these children who have come, are they the stars of the earth or the stars of the sky? Baba said, at this time, these children are the stars of the confluence age. This time of the confluence age and moments of the confluence age are a very big gift and a lottery for these children. The extent to which these youth children, whilst living in this world, consider themselves to be confluence aged and to be elevated stars, to that extent, these children will become the stars that will light up the world. That is, they will become the stars that will, the stars of the sky in the future, and thus become the instruments for revealing Bap Dada to everyone. So Baba is seeing the speciality of the children. Every child has many qualities and specialities. According to Baba, the speciality of these children is that these youth children, whether they come to Baba's home from India or abroad, are in some form or another, some way or another, some relation or another, the souls that have gone from Baba's home. They were the ones who have done a lot of service in the yagya from the beginning. These children have helped the yagya in growing and moving forward. These children have also decorated themselves in every way. It is these same children who have now returned with these sanskars and become the stars of the earth and big or small deepaks on the basis of knowledge. Baba gave drishti to all the children along with love-filled light and might and said, if these special children keep their eternal ancestor form in front of them, then Maya of any kind can never come to them. Baba gave a lot of love-filled remembrances from the heart to all his loving children.
हमारे बाप दादा कौन सी ड्रिल कराने चाहते हैं?
What drill does Bap Dada want to do now?
एक सेकंड में
In 1 second,
शांति की शक्ति स्वरूप बन जाओ.
in 1 second, become the form of the power of peace, Shanti ki Shakti.
एकाग्र बुद्धि एकाग्र मन सारे दिन में एक सेकंड बीच बीच में निकाल अभ्यास करो.
While staying concentrated and keeping a concentrated mind throughout
साइलेंस का संकल्प किया
and experience silence.
और स्वरूप हुआ.
Have a thought of silence and become the form of that silence.
इसके लिए समय की आवश्यकता नहीं. एक सेकंड का अभ्यास करो.
You don't
साइलेंस.
It's a practice of 1 second to go into silence.
आवाज से परे मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया। आवाज से परे मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया। सितारों से दूर सितारों का जहां रहता परम सितारा बेहद सुकून वहां। सितारों से दूर सितारों का जहां रहता परम सितारा बेहद सुकून वहां बच्चिया। बच्चिया नूर समंदर दिखता सुंदर लहराए निरंतर आनंदित अंतर। मौजों की मौज लेने का है समय वो प्रेम डोर से खींचे वहाँ। जी भर निहार के लिए पंख प्यार के हम उड़ चले। आवाज से परे मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया।
Now, in 1 second,
अपने मन से सब संकल्प समाप्त कर
now merge all thoughts in your mind.
एक सेकंड में बाप के साथ परम धाम में ऊंचे ते ऊंचे स्थान ऊंचे ते ऊंचा बाप उनके साथ ऊंची स्थिति में बैठ जाओ
Merge all the thoughts in your mind and come and sit in Paramdam, the highest on high place,
बाप समान
in the highest on high seat.
मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान बन
Become Bap Saman and
विश्व
the Master
की
Almighty.
आत्माओं को शक्तियों की किरणाएं दो
And from this place, serve the souls of the world with your rays of power.
को दिखाया था तो कई बुरी दृष्टि वाले पीछे आते हैं, लेकिन उन्हों को लाइट ही दिखाई देती है.
Dada would share that in the end there'll be many that come that have a bad vision, but when they look at you, they will only see light.
मनुष्य दिखाई नहीं देता, लाइट दिखाई देती, फरिश्ता रूप दिखाई देता.
They won't see humans, they won't see human beings, they will see lights, they will see angels.
ऐसे आपका एकाग्रता का अभ्यास होते हुए भी आप ऐसे सामने बैठे हो, लेकिन उनको दिखाई नहीं देगा.
This is what the power of your concentration will do. Even though you may be in front of them, it's as if they won't see you. They will only see light and angels in front of them.
लाइट लाइट ही दिखाई देंगे. ऐसे होना है, लेकिन अभ्यास अब से करो.
Yes, they will only see light, light and light. So you have to become like this. And to become like this, you have to make effort now.
फरिश्ता अच्छा, अभी 3 मिनट
Practice.
मन की एकाग्रता का अभ्यास करो, ये ड्रिल करो.
And now, for 3 minutes, perform the drill of the concentration of the mind.
सेकंड में एक सेकंड हुआ, एक सेकंड में सारी सभा जो भी जहाँ है वहाँ मन को एक ही संकल्प में स्थित करो। बाप और मैं परम धाम में अनादि ज्योति बिंदु स्वरूप परम धाम में बाप के साथ बैठ जाओ।
So wherever you are in the world, come and sit with Baba in Paramdam. अभी साकार में आ जाओ। Now come back into the corporeal. The birds are saying goodbye. Om Shanti, everyone. And thank you for being together.
Thank you, Om Shanti. Maybe we can turn on our videos, whoever can, to wave a goodbye. Thank you.
You can see everyone.
Bye-bye, Miraben. Bye-bye, Sister Gayatri. Thank you very much for joining all of us.
Bye, Gopi. And just one thought I had, Gopi, is that once you're there during the lockdown, who knows how long you'll be there? Maybe every World Meditation Hour at Madhuban time, you could do the same. We can all come online and we could be with the Tower of Peace for an hour. That would be in the morning, our time. And because it's such a powerful way to be together, maybe the IYF team I'm talking about, we could invite all the young people to come together on World Meditation Hour, 6:30 to 7:30 Madhuban time.
Yes, we could certainly do that. We can look at doing that next month for
Sure,
World Meditation
yes.
Hour.
Yeah.
It's very, very powerful in the evening here.
Yes,
so it doesn't matter what time it might be in your country, you will have a very beautiful time coming to Madhuban. Thank you for that thought.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, Om
Lovely
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Bye-bye.